Morning, guys. Mike from Pattern Traders. I tried to make a video yesterday, but I don't know what was going on with this. I got a new program, so it was giving me a hard time. Anyway, so this is what I'm working with right now. What I was trying to explain yesterday via video was that if we're in this particular range right now, likelihood is that we are consolidating before a trap. Now, in the past, like 2020 past, this type of consolidation after a wicked move to the top side led to ascending supports like this into a breakout. In the past, in 2020, this is all BTC was doing was consolidating, consolidating, and then just random breakouts, right? So I don't think that's the case with this one. A lot of people might be thinking that this particular pattern right now is going to be the same thing where we're going to consolidate and break to the tops and go to 50K. No, I think the top breakout will be a trap. It will be a trap into a collapse. So this is what I'm looking at. I'm going to just talk about it fairly quickly. I'm not going to give you level to level plays right now because I don't have the time. I'll do that. I'll make another video sometime during the weekend. Hopefully that video works. Overall, the retest level that we want to see hold is $25,000, right? That 24, 25K range. And then with the bottom wick to this green area right here, which is 23,000 up to 24,000. You want this green box to absolutely hold, right? As a bull. You do not want to come down here. Any move back down here, which is plausible, right? Any move down here to this blue line between 21.1 and 21.5 is not safe, guys. It's not safe because at the end of the day, all this shows to me, all this will show to me is that we're gonna go for a lower high and possibly get rejected and go back down in the teens, right? So I don't want to come down to blue if I'm bullish. I want to stop at green at $23,000. I'll explain to you everything level to level afterward. So now, if we're taking consideration where we currently are from a higher time frame, from like the mega distribution that took place over about a year and a half, 400 days, right? This took place over 400 days, if I'm not mistaken. It should be 400, right? Yeah, 489 days, right? We are at the most recent consolidation before the breakdown, which took place for the FTX collapse. There is some ugly highs here at $32,000. Likelihood, if we do happen to get a poke up, we're going to stop between 32 and 34,000. And that, personally speaking to me, will be the absolute end, and I will exit the markets as a whole. I told you guys many times I'm in some spot. I sold half of my spot long somewhere over here or whatever I originally told you guys. I'm still holding the majority of them from down here, which I will exit between 31 and $34,000 around that range. And then I'm going straight 100% cash and I'm going to start evaluating the higher time frame. Now, on the flip side, the reason why I'm not opening up any new longs over here is because look at the 2-day. The 2-day looks like absolute shit. If you know about the oscillators, which I'm pretty sure you guys do by now because you've been watching the videos, this is very bad. This is disgusting. Now, you could prolong the dump by actually consolidating and going sideways for a while, but eventually it's going to be a trap into a dump. And every single time in the past that I have seen this type of pattern, this 2-day and this 3-day pattern that's pending an over under, and I've been trying to buy the dip, I've been losing money. I've lost more money trying to buy the dip whenever BTC painted this particular pattern than I have not even knowing how to trade. So what did I do this time around? I did not open up any new longs for leverage. I only did some spot longs for Atom, like I stated before. I am in Atom longs. I am in Sol longs, new ones, new spot ones. That's all I did. Otherwise, I am waiting with cash on hand to be able to buy the dip. I will buy the dip. If we go down, guys, if we go down before up, I will buy the dip to the downside and I'm going to target 34,000 or $32,000. I'm confident we're going to the 30s. Very sure we're going to the 30s. I just don't know if we're going to go to the 30s now before low 20s or mid 20s, or we're going to go to like 23, 25 first and then go to 30s, right? So the goal has always been 30s. If you zoom out to like the weekly, look at this. We're in the middle of nowhere, guys. Like we're not going to just fucking collapse here and go down to make a lower low. We're in the middle of nowhere. So two things are going to happen. Boom, boom, or boom, boom, right? One of the two. I really hope that we get the green box first before we go up. Now that we zoomed out, let me show you guys something. Let me X this all out. This right here, personally speaking, this distribution to me, right? Look at these wicks, ugly, ugly wicks. If we happen to poke up, obviously, you know what I stated, trap into a move back down. I am like 95% sure, guys. This is not financial advice. This wick will get filled. This wick will get filled. This was not a trap wick, man. This was like a algo pressing push. I don't know who this is. Um, so who's? Hold on, I'm sorry, guys. 1 second. I don't know what that is. Anyway, this wick was like an algo fired, triggered, multi buys. Something happened. I know that I don't even know what was going on. I was not following what Binance was doing, buying spot, getting rid of the USDC or the BU. I don't know what they were doing, but this was very evident that this wasn't. This was artificially bought up. This is very evident, very clear. Now, if you look at it from a lower time, 12-hour perspective, right? You don't usually collapse with your oscillators down here. You still got to go back up and then collapse. So there is room. There's room or time, right? Or time, right? Room or time. Nevertheless, if you open up just one indicator, the order block indicator, and you go on your weekly time frame, you're literally sitting on. Hold on, I got this quick. Let me see if my Ethereum filled. I had a order to short Ethereum. I apologize, guys. Yeah, it did. Okay, good. I had an Ethereum short to fill. Anyway, so look at this over here. This is a weekly order block. This red little box. Bearish, fresh, never been touched. This is a weekly bullish order block. Green, fresh, never been touched. So the way I see this is demand. Right. Supply. You unload here and you load down here. That's the way I see it in like layman's terms. This is like 101, right? The most simplest way to explain how demand and supply works. So why would I be opening up longs up here? Right? It doesn't make any sense. So be very careful, guys. If you aren't scalp longs, that's fine. Do what you got to do. Tight stop losses in case we do happen to poke to the top side. But just know that this weekly order block, it's legit. It's legit. It's not gonna be an easy flyby. And if we do happen, I am wrong. I'll let you guys know right now. I am 100% wrong if we close the weekly candle above here. I am wrong. We get a weekly candle above 32 or 33,000. I'm 100% wrong, guys. Not a wick, weekly body candle close above there. I'm fucking wrong. So overall, I don't think that there's any panic. There needs to be a FOMO or panic here. I think we're easily going to go back down to mid or low 20s, like confidently speaking. And then after that, your next move is to come all the way down here to like $18,000, $19,000. This box will get filled. Now, if we're that bullish, we're probably not going to break $21,000, right? We're going to stop at the equilibrium. What's the equilibrium? It's the middle part of the order block. We're going to stop at the middle part of the order block, which is going to be the 50% mark at $21,000, right? Which is also the bearish mitigation block on the left side. See this red little candle here? That's a bearish mitigation block. Well, now it flipped bullish, right? Because it was originally bearish, broke back down, right? Broke under it, came back up, broke above it, right? Came back down, broke right through it, and now we're up here. So if we do happen to come back down here, I don't think we're going to break this off the first attempt. There's going to be some decent support over there. All right? Keep that in mind, guys, regarding where we are. This is a no-go show for me. Anything in here is fair shorts. Anything in here, fair longs. Longs. I know this is like gibberish, but guys, sorry, it's like I'm typing like a blind artist over here. Shorts, longs, anything in between, guys, it's like no man's land. Be very careful. Now, if we get rid of all this, open up your FEGs. What do we have here? Remember what I told you guys. The high time frame FEGs will act like magnets. So where's the equilibrium? At 2463. Where's the retest, guys, of the breakout? At 24,300. Very, very, very high probability that we do something like this. Very high probability, right? Not easy to lose the weekly equilibrium at the first attempt, unless we get some crazy FUD. Go to your 3-day. 3-day bullish order block. So now, not only do we have a weekly order block down here, we also have a 3-day order block down here. 3-day bullish block. Everything is pointing to buy the dip opportunity, right? Then you have a 3-day bearish block up here. 3-day bearish. Now you understand why for the past like couple of weeks, like a week or so, I haven't been looking at the charts like that because there's not much to update. It just all looks If you're up in this area as close as you are, if you're in this area under the bearish order block, plus you're painting possible over unders like you are over here. Get out of here, right? I mean, at that point, why are you opening up new longs, right? Sorry, drinking my coffee. Um, Again, guys, I could absolutely be wrong because if you look at what happened in the past and if history repeats itself, where was it? Here, right here. Everybody, me myself, was calling for a boom. Me myself was doing this. I was like, yeah, fuck this. I'm short. This is bullshit. A trap to the top side. Boom. And then collapse. Bullshit. So I missed. I shorted this whole thing. I shorted this and I shorted this. And then I missed. I didn't get into BTC again until we were at that 20 mark, which was right here. Right here. So I missed all this from here. I missed all this right here. This whole move. All right. I was shorting it. So I'm not trying to make the same mistake. Right. I think that whatever we did over here, we're doing on the flip side down here. And I honestly generally believe that this is distribution. I could be 100% wrong. And now I'll be happy to. Oh shit, this is a nice little. I don't even know that there was a. Wow, we stopped right at the 2-day equilibrium. Look how crazy that is. That's crazy. Anyway, I'll be happy to be wrong, guys, because obviously that means that we're doing very well from a market perspective. And there isn't really much else that I could tell you guys other than be careful. The, the VWAPs, the only important one that you should be watching right now is a quarterly VWAP. So the quarterly VWAP is right at $23,000. Everything is pointing to the move down. Once you get rid of this, once you get rid of that, and then you start building support down here, then you have to start wondering, am I about to go and buy the dip pretty hard, or am I going to wait until we get down to this level over here, right? I'll explain to you level to level in 2 seconds. Just give me it. Let me go through the higher time frames as well. And then the daily time frame, let's get rid of the quarterly. Okay. And the daily time frame, we're consolidating above. This is the yearly. The red is the yearly, right? It's the yearly. The red is the yearly. Consolidating above the yearly. Now, if we happen to deviate around it and just do something like this and collapse right under it, you know that you're going to go straight to the quarterly. Quarterly is sitting at $23,000. There's also an empty quarterly at 17, 18K. Unlikely for now, but that would probably be the ultimate fuck you target if we do happen to go to 40s and then just get a massive dive to the downside, right? Like we did with COVID. Where's COVID? COVID. Like we did with COVID right here. See, went up, flew all the way up, and then we did a massive COVID dive. Where do we stop? At the quarterly, right? So history repeats itself. I think we did it over here too. Yeah, here we go. We went all the way up, came back down. Once you dove down, where do we stop? Right? So history repeats itself more likely than not. This is probably going to be like the ultimate fuck you uh, zone for you to fill some spots if the low is the macro low is in, right? So be careful with that. Otherwise, there's really nothing else I could tell you guys other than be careful. My goal right now is to wait and short heavy on the 3-day and the weekly, right? I want to short the daily up there too. I want to short heavy this box, and I want to short heavy this box over here, right here. I want to short all this because I generally do not believe that we are going anywhere above this gray box. I think the gray box will be the ultimate slap. Um, and then you know for a fact that you're gonna re-up. If we do happen to do this, you're gonna re-up somewhere down here. Even if we do happen to get a bounce at that 25K, which we probably will, it's probably gonna be that this, this, or that. Either way, guys, it's coming. We're coming down here. That's what I'm looking at right now. I don't know how we're gonna do it. I can't predict. I don't do Elliott wave. All I know is that I am not opening up no longs up here, guys. Be careful. I'm looking strictly for shorts. And target one is going to be the retest, and target two is going to be the order block. All right, guys? Trade safe. Cheers. Ethereum, on the other hand, I opened up a small short here. Ethereum, on the other hand, looks better than BTC. Look what we got here. All right. Where's the 3 day? I saw it on the 3 day. What was it? The 2 day that I saw it on? Where did I see it? 4 day? I saw it somewhere. Oh, here we go. What's the 5 day? So this green little candle over here before it led to the breakout, the mitigation block. So you have one retest. You're going out for a second retest over here. Likely you're not going to get above it. Now, if you do happen to get above this gray box and you take out this high, you're going to break to the downside, come all the way down here, right? So I'd be careful across the whole board. I don't think that we're going up to $2,500 or $2,600, even if you delete all these lines and you put on the weekly. Oh, it's 2 week. What did I say? Here we go. You got this in the 2 week. You're not going to break above. Unlikely you're going to break above that. And if you do happen to get lucky and break above it, you got this one over here at 25, 26. So it doesn't look too shabby. Otherwise, from a daily or 2 day perspective, it looks pretty decent. You know, it looks okay. Strictly talking about order blocks, right? You are at that order block right now. Let me see that. Let me see the FEGs. No, I'm sorry, the VWAPs. Uh, Quarterly slapped us hard over here. The monthly is over here at 21.6 with the order block right above it. Yeah, it's gonna be a pretty bad reaction when we get up to this 22 to 24 if we do happen to get there. Let me see the oscillators. 2 day, 3 day. Yeah, it looks better than BTC, I'll tell you that much. It does. It generally looks better than BTC. I don't know why, but it does. Guys, I could potentially be wrong with my analysis, right? I could be wrong with my analysis. All I'm saying is that from without giving financial advice, I'm not looking for longs over here. I'm short biased. Okay? Short bias for me until we could hit that 3 day and weekly order block, until we get somewhere in here with price action. I'm going to short it pretty hard. And then I'm going to target 25,000, 24, 25K as TP1, and then the 3 day or weekly order block as TP2. That's pretty much the bottom line without complicating everything. Otherwise, guys, cheers. Trade safe, and hit me up on DMs if you need anything else, all right?